it's Gabby Victoria and this is my week 8 video for PS 102 Lab. Hi, so after going to one of the Zoom lectures with Jeff Bowman, my TA, I actually learned a whole bunch, and then I went back and watched the videos and it made it just that more clear. I know, surprising. I think that this area of content of charges and static electricity and everything under that umbrella is really good and can be done really easily in an elementary or middle school setting because it doesn't really take a lot of setup or materials necessarily to have it a good lab and have a good turnout and make those connections to the real world. And I just thought that this was a really fun week, and I actually had a lot of fun working through some of the experiments with Jeff and then going on to test out some of the ones that Dr. Hopman did in his video. Hi students, it's Miss V. For this week we're going to be talking about charges and also static electricity. So both of these are super fun and accessible for you guys, especially you students who are at home and joining us virtually. So for our first part of our lab this week, it's going to be about static electricity. You're going to need your PVC pipe, you're going to need a piece of paper towel, as well as some paper. It can be colored paper, it can be lined paper. You just need to shred it up into like quarter-size pieces and you'll be good to go. So you can see my demonstration of this lab just right about now. For this part of the lab, you're going to need a piece of paper towel, a piece of PVC pipe, and little shreds of paper. Mango is my trusty assistant, although she did try to eat my pieces of paper. You'll start with rubbing your PVC with paper towel to get it all charged up, and then you're going to wave it over your shreds of paper. You should see your paper dance or even stick to your PVC pipe. Alright students, you're back. You should have just completed that first part of our lab today, which was you should have been able to pick up some of those pipe because you charged your piece of PVC and you were able to pick them up or even watch them dance a little bit. So now for all of our students who are in class, we're actually going to have a race. I know. So for this part of our lab, we're going to need our PVC pipe again, same piece of paper towel, and either a tin can or an aluminum can for those of you at home. So you can see my demonstration of it right about now. For part 2 of lab, you're going to need, again, a piece of paper towel, your PVC pipe, and either an aluminum or tin can. And now to start your can racing, you're going to charge up your piece of PVC pipe using paper towel again. You're going to hold it as close as you can without touching your can, and you're going to start pulling away from it, hoping to get it to roll in that same direction. Alright students, you're back. You've completed both part 1 and part 2 of our lab. You may have even gotten to race your can against some of your classmates. But I want to just make it clear to you that these were able to happen because we were able to charge up our PVC pipe by rubbing our piece of paper towel on it. We either made it more positive or more negative that way, and then we were able to affect different types of materials. Our first one was our paper, where we were able to create the same charges, either both negative or both positive, and we were able to either pick up some paper or make the papers dance a little bit. And then again for the can, the same kind of thing. We charged up our PVC pipe, we held it close to our tin can, and we made it roll. And by doing that, our charges were trying to pull super hard so they could come together, and then we pull our piece of PVC pipe so our can kept rolling with kinetic energy. So I hope you guys had fun doing this lab. I know I did. I'll see you guys next week. Alright students, you're back. You tested out your can and your charges to see how far you could get it to go. So now I have set up in my classroom a place for us to see which team can get their can to roll the furthest. I know. So you're going to be able to test your skills and see how far you can get it to roll after you pull your piece of PVC pipe away from it. And we'll have tape on the ground so that you know where to let go and where to start from. And we're gonna have a contest and see who can get theirs to roll the furthest. Awesome. I will see you at the starting line.